We have the shared objectives because these same terrorist groups can threaten our homeland. So we're in concert. I was just in African Lion over in Morocco. A number of countries working together to be able to address.
Is Burkina Faso invited here today for this conference?
Yes. Yes. They were invited to African Lion in Morocco. Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Like I said, we're moving forward.
Okay.
We're moving forward because we have that shared goal of defeating terrorism.
All right. Speaking of that, because the reaction out of the statements that you made about Burkina Faso were several African leaders feeling you are speaking on sovereignty issues that America shouldn't be. And as a result, there are those who see the role of Africa as less of a partner in, the war against, shared threats, as you mentioned, and more of a protector of Western or American economic interests that allows access to Africa's vast mineral resources, and as more of a paternalistic relationship than one of respect amongst peers. What would you respond to that?
I respond that there's others on the globe that do that. There's others on the globe that
like
do
who?
that. I'm going to even bring it up. We should even already know, okay? But I'm going to even bring that up.
Okay.
We respect the sovereignty. We respect their decisions. We respect their decisions of who they choose as a security partner. And then we measure the common denominator that's keeping these countries across the Sahel from progressing forward. In 2050, the largest workforce on the globe is going to come out of the continent of Africa. The youth need hope. They need peace and stability so they can hit their potentials. That's a long-range goal of AFRICOM as we look to help these countries set those conditions for stability and security so prosperity can be presented to all the populations and the youth. Pan-Africanism is real and it's strong, and there's an opportunity to come up on the global stage, and this continent can do it. That's what we really envision.
So you're not concerned about China and Russia expanding their military and economic influence across the continent?
We are concerned about it, yes.
What about it concerns you?
Well, their influence. Their influence may not be looked upon as being a positive influence.
For who? For America or for Africa?
Well, for Africans, okay? And then, so Americans have that in mind, that for the African people and across all countries, be able to hit their maximum potential and independence and sovereignty and also freedoms by rules-based international order, being able to get on the global stage and take a leadership role and provide for the people in peace and stability. Some of those aims are not the same as the approach of those other countries on the global stage. So that's my perspective.
Do you have a counter strategy?
Do we have a counter strategy as far as to
China, Russia, their presence, because you say it doesn't align with the shared values?
Well, what we watch is the continent of Africa does not need to be militarized, let's put it that way. Does not need to be militarized. So we watch, as far as security agreements and what does it mean? Is it really for the stability to fight the threats of a African country, or is it for them and their ability to establish a global hegemon of basis? That's what concerns us.
All right. We'll have to leave it there for now. Thank you very much,
right.
General Michael Langley.
Thank
you very much for speaking with us on Citizen Television.
Well, thank you also for sticking with us till now. Thank you from all over Africa. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for sharing our videos. And most importantly, for leaving a comment every now and then. Thank you for always passing by. We love you to always be here with us. If you want to know or have any information about the continent, here is the place. We always serve you truth and the best content you can ever have on any other channel. Thank you for always stopping by. We love you. So here, General Langley declaring Burkina Faso as a sovereign nation. It appears it didn't really quite go well with certain people, because this video you are about to watch here, tells us how these people see Africa, how the audacity, just watch this video shortly and we'll have more discussions afterwards. Thank you.
The letters from the wives, from the fathers of the people who are in Niger now, and they say, we know that our family members are being extorted by the local governments when they try to leave, hundreds of dollars to even bring a bag through the airport. We know that Russians are behind the wire. You know what a real U.S. president would do? Say that C-130s are on their way to Niger today with the water and the medicine and the food our troops need, that they will have a full fighter pilot escort there. And if the Nigerian government or any other third world thug tries to even turn on their air defense systems, we should show those leaders and those thugs what the target package looks like on their houses and their family members, because it should not be Americans that are suffering because President Biden and Blinken are so embarrassed that their strategy in Africa failed that they're willing to let Americans condemn.
I mean, you heard it for yourself. So there's a U.S. Senate angry that the U.S. troop was kicked out of Niger during Biden's administration. But listen carefully to the video, how he referred Niger and other African countries as a third world country. Okay, so I'm asking, it's just a question. Who actually sat down to group the nations of the world, some under first, second, and third? And Africa was grouped under third. So who and upon what basis was these groupings made anyway? And he also said something, how they are going to show the Niger government what the hell, according to his own words. He's angry because their troops were sent out of a sovereign nation, Niger. And this Senate is not happy at all. This tells you how they see Africa. Not as sovereign at all. Because the audacity, even if the Niger people ask you to leave, you will not leave. They are in their own country and they are asking you to move out and you won't move out. The audacity. And where did these people get the kind of audacity from? Who taught them? And how were they taught to see Africa? What is Africa in these people's eyes? Anyway, these are all questions that we Africans have to answer for ourselves and stand for ourselves and unite and respect ourselves, even if the respect will not come from any other place. Not snitch on ourselves, not betray ourselves, but love ourselves and be together. Because in the eyes of these other people, Africa is a third world country. Anyway, not to make the video too long, let's meet in another content. Until next time, peace out.
Conditions